My name's Phil, and I'm going to present an update on what we're doing with ArDrive. I guess before we get into it, I just wanted to start with kind of our vision. And this really stems from the fact that saving things forever can be really difficult, especially for kind of the average person. It's tough to do it with all your at-home options. Hard drives die, moving from dongles or using different USB sticks. It can be challenging. That's why we have all these pretty large file sharing services out there, Apple, Dropbox, OneDrive for Business, with lots of users. But I see that there's some flaws in these services. For example, you have to deal with monthly subscriptions. Those prices only go up. The data is in the hands of the big corporation that you're uploading it to. You can't manage your own keys. But luckily, Arweave kind of came along and gave us this innovative way to keep our data forever. And that's kind of what gave us our vision at ArDrive, which is ultimately to create a private and secure, decentralized, pay-as-you-go, censorship-resistant, and permanent data storage solution for everyone. Right, not just for a crypto audience or not just for me, but for anyone. Right, because ultimately anyone has personal data that they would want to store forever. Since the Open Web Incubator, we've made a lot of progress with our community. From kind of a resourcing perspective, we've been utilizing the Community XYZ Opportunity Board. We've already posted some opportunities there, already filled them, mostly part-time work. We would love to have our first real full-time person on board to kind of help us with our vision, but we just haven't found that person yet. But we have found awesome talent already through the Community Opportunity Board. We'll talk about more opportunities we have upcoming. We built our first public site, actually hosted on Arweave. You can go and check that out, kind of describing what we're doing and just links to key resources. You can go and look at all the code. We've been working really hard on different repos for our web, desktop, core, and CLI apps. Feel free to check out all of those. You can even take our web app or our beta CLI for a spin if you want. Our Discord and Twitter, it's been really cool to see all the people joining us and understanding what we're trying to do. We've gotten a lot of followers, a lot of Discord members over the last couple of months, so it's great. Hopefully we can continue that momentum. And finally, the actual ArDrive community, we finished the setup of that on our Community XYZ portal. So anyone can go in there and any community members can go and vote on different governance topics as they come up. Just to take a look at our roadmap, it's kind of scary to see how fast we're going through, but we're in October already, right? We've already kind of built out some of the base team. We started to plan how our community is going to go and finalize our tokenomics and things like that. And we're really at the point where we're finishing the design and we're building the app, right? We're getting that first V1 up and running for a release later this year. And that's primarily the desktop and the web application. You'll see early next year, that's where we want to really start adding some value to the app itself, primarily in the form of offering a fiat on-ramp. Going back to the vision, we want this to be an app for everybody. To do that, you need an easy way to pay for it. So we want to have that kind of fiat on-ramp for users to essentially pay $20 for 10 gigs of storage, for example. And then, of course, after that, that's when we really want to release our mobile app. Of course, a lot of content is on our desktops, but a lot of new content is generated from your mobile devices. So that is a key piece of ArDrive. And then finally, we want to really explore some cool features, right? And maybe we have a release of ArDrive catered towards that crypto, that technical audience. Maybe there's a hardware component or a full node component in that where you can actually upload your data to your own node and have that be replicated on the Arweave network. So we're really trying to explore some interesting ideas and not just have this be a regular file sync app. Where we're at now, so I mentioned we have our core, our command line, and our web apps. Our desktop and core is primarily based in Node.js and then TypeScript. You can actually test out the CLI right now via NPM. Our web app is based in Flutter and Dart. And really, it's these capabilities are kind of already built in for both of them. I've been calling it a beta. It's kind of on the lines of alpha and beta. There's still some security features missing in the desktop that we're changing up. But ultimately, the apps will let you use your Arweave wallet or create a new one. You can synchronize your files on any device, right? Whether that's Mac, Windows, Chrome, Edge. We want to support all of those platforms. It's not just uploading files, but renaming them, moving them. there's no delete, right? We're on Arweave, so there is no delete for any of the data you put on our drive. Your private files, we want to encrypt and protect them with the best security out there. And then we want to give the users the ability to, what I've been calling perma-share the files out to their friends, family, anyone else they may want to. We've been working through our design. If you've been looking at our Discord, you can kind of see us progress through this, but we really want the design to match the fact that this is a permanent file sync tool. So we want the right verbiage and educational messages in there. And we want it to be really easy to use. So here we can see kind of a snapshot of our web and desktop. Looks very similar to existing file sync tools, again, because it's file sync in general is kind of a commodity. So we see it as being something that we want it to be easy for anyone to just pick up and start uploading data. So right now, what we're working on is finishing our file system, completing that design, building out the remaining features in our core and web app. We just started working on our desktop package as well to implement those designs we just saw, and then testing and that final security piece of integrating AES 256 for any of the private files that you may upload. I mentioned we already have some positions posted on community XYZ. We have a lot more we're looking for, not just technical positions, but kind of non-techies as well. So whether you're a community manager, whether you like doing research, coordinating, testing, we're looking for a really strong developer to help us with our fiat integration and creating that payment gateway. Mobile app, we haven't even started yet. So if you like building mobile apps, specifically with Flutter and Dart, we would love to have you. There's a whole lot of scripts we want to write for pulling data, getting different analytics on ArDrive users, amount of data, things like that. So, you don't have to be a real technical genius to get involved. And then really, when it comes to writing, there's lots to do, whether it's working on our white papers, announcements, other standards we want to produce. So I'm really trying to have roles for anyone. And I guess finally, product manager. So we're building the team. There's a lot of work streams going on. Really need someone to help tie all those together. So I invite anyone to go and check out the communities we have posted now, but a lot of these are going to come in the upcoming weeks. You can always lurk in our Discord. Message me, whether it's on Twitter, in Discord, email me, chat with me after this. Happy to talk to you if you want to help us out. And that's it. Thanks, guys.